Hey everybody, this is the Smash Bros. Post-Direct BOTemzUp minicast.
Yeah, it's
I'm,
a
jo-
thing.
I'm joined by
Nope,
Blazing Demon.
nope, I don't care.
No,
Nope.
and TM Sonic
This does not
1228.
need to be
This is
formal.
important.
This is off book. There's no script this time.
There isn't a script, but it's important to note that Shotz, Rocks, and Healthinator aren't here.
I'm sorry, who?
The other two in our podcast.
Shush you.
We're gonna talk about the Smash Bros. Direct, and I guess just Smash Bros. In general, because
But mainly the direct.
mainly the Direct.
Because it's about Smash Bros.
Yes, it revealed pretty much like everything that we've
details.
seen plus new things, which was cool.
P.S. If you really like this, please let us know, because we'd like to do more of these little shorter podcasts rather than do giant long ones.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
We'd probably
sure
get a
it
lot
would-
more, too.
Pretty sure it wouldn't be denied.
No,
Anyways,
anyways.
how about they start off with the release date? How about that release date? Do you guys like it?
Yay!
Oh, I was so ecstatic about it.
I-
I really like what they're doing.
I hate Nintendo because like I wasn't planning on getting the 3DS version, and this is even if for an actual reason that they're not ready for the Wii U version, this is a very smart business thing from Nintendo.
Oh, it was intelligent, and I really, really
man.
like it.
Because like if they would have released it on the same day, then people would have chose one or the other. But by doing this, you know it's going to drive the sales of the game higher. It's really it's smart.
I told this to TM. I said that just look, before I was gonna feel bad because I was gonna have to buy two versions of the game, and then I was gonna feel bad because I was gonna neglect the other version. You know,
Like there's a
I kind of hope.
there's a
Sorry.
2 seasons difference between them.
I kind of hope the same thing doesn't happen though. Like with say Resident Evil Revelations, for instance, where like as soon as the console one came out, we just discarded the handheld one. I don't want the same thing to happen to Smash Bros.
no. What'll be nice is that the stages are different, so we can switch it. And also, since we haven't talked about it, that Smash Run will be an easy thing to come back to. But we'll get back to that.
That's true.
Um,
Provided it's online.
It is.
It is.
Is it? Did they?
Yes.
They showed
Yes.
that it. They said
Yep.
multiple systems, so I assumed it was more of a
It's
local
online.
wireless
Nope,
thing.
it's online. It's online.
Was that confirmed during it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
we
was.
watched it twice. We watched the video
Okay.
twice. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, but what's really smart about it is that now I'm not gonna call it the lesser inferior version, but it's really not the bigger version of the two.
Right.
Now I can buy that and use it for 6 months to buy time for the big boy to come out and still play it. It's kind of like what Ground Zeroes was supposed to be for Metal Gear Solid
Right.
5, but you know.
But
Ground
this is
Zero
a full
flopped.
game.
Right.
Oh, I
Exactly.
don't think we actually mentioned this yet. The release date window, by the way, is summer 2014 for the
For-
3DS one, and winter 2014 for the Wii U version.
Yep.
By the way, I called it. I so knew it was gonna come out then.
So I figured it was just gonna say winter for both, but hey, that happened, and
I
now I'll
was
probably
like,
end up getting both because of that. So.
Yep.
And I guess it'll be. I guess I won't feel so guilty about it because it'll be toward the end of the year anyway. And then
something they
I'll buy games
mentioned
again.
about that I thought was kind of interesting is like the 3DS version is 30 frames a second, but you can change that. I think.
No.
I
What
was-
it was saying is that your model will be 60 frames per second. So you'll move at 60 frames, but everybody else will be moving at 30 frames per second, which basically helps it for game performance.
I thought that was just for the like assist
Assist
trophies and
trophies
stuff.
and Pokemon.
It might be the assist trophy. and
But
stuff. I
it
didn't know if
definitely
was
said the
mentioned
3DS one will run at 60 frames a second. I was
for
reading
most of the
that.
time.
Yeah,
For
so,
most of the time.
like even in
Which is
3D, so that's kind of neat.
Yep. I'm ecstatic. Oh.
All right. Well, what occurred next? I don't remember.
Here I could actually pull the video up, but I think
I have
next
a
is
rundown here. It's not.
we
in
talked.
order.
They talked about the online multiplayer was the next thing.
Well, let's talk about that. Why not? I think it's really cool because it's basically their ranked system. Although there's no visible rank as opposed to that solo one they were talking about, but I think it is kind of weird that they're not showing your rank because they mentioned that you would be paired with people of your skill level, so there is something there, but they're just choosing to omit it from your view. If you don't know what I'm saying, it's two modes: it's for fun and for glory, which is basically casual and ranked.
Casual and
And,
hardcore, kind of.
Yeah, so and it'll play differently. Casual, it'll be every stage except for Final Destination, items, and all that stuff. And quite the opposite if you play for Glory. Only Final Destination, no items.
Well, the funny thing with that is...
And you have the ability to have one-on-one matches online as well.
But the funny thing, if we lead that into something...
I love...
Final Destination.
Yes.
You can turn any stage into Final Destination.
Most. They said most, but still, like, that's awesome. Yeah, they said most
You
stages.
can have a Mario Final Destination, a Sonic Final Destination.
A Mega Man one. That was the one that I was really excited for, because like when I heard about what they were, we'll get into the stages, but when they talked about the Mega Man stage, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna play it. But then as soon as they mentioned that, I was like, yes, awesome. So
it works out perfect because I mean I get sick of playing the same stage because it's the only one with no gimmicks.
Right, and it'll have all the music too, which is awesome.
Yep.
And Smash Bros is known for its music, so. But yeah, the online it looks pretty good. Cause yeah, it looks a little more polished than Brawls, so
A little bit.
can't argue that. A little bit. We'll have to see.
So,
What'd you think about the stages? From what they showed off.
I haven't seen a bad one yet. I mean, Balloon Fight, you and I talked about, was kind of meh, but I mean, it's Balloon Fight.
Right.
You gotta have a retro stage in there, right?
Right. At least it's stationary.
I think it's cool that they're dividing retro stages between both handheld and the Wii U. And they're not just bringing back like Brawl stages, because then if you didn't notice, the Jungle Japes one for Melee's in there. Because in Brawl they only brought back Melee stages, and then Melee obviously only had Smash 64 to work with.
We've only seen one returning for each console so far.
What was the one? Oh, the Halberd, right?
Halberd,
For Wii U, yeah.
Which
So
is
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's alright. I don't mind that.
Can we have
think that's
Hyrule
cool.
Temple again?
There's Palutena's Temple,
and please,
which looks
no more
to be,
Hyrule Temple.
It looks
I'm
like
so tired of that.
It honestly looks like Palutena's Temple is a similar level because it looks pretty big.
I'm fine with that.
It
A new
already
stage,
looks better
thankfully.
than New Pork City because New Pork City was just platforms. This actually looks like it has
It looks-
substance.
Was that Destructible or was that a different Kid Icarus level? Was there two Kid Icarus levels?
Yeah, there was one for 3DS and one for Wii U.
One of them looked like it was like there was destructible elements to it,
There
similar
probably
to like
is.
Skyworld, I guess. The stages were cool. Like I said, that Final Destination announcement was like.
Did you see the
the
background of the
best.
Final Destination? Just the actual one?
Which one was that? Was that
It
the?
was like with the sun rotating and everything.
With the Earth and the Sun rotating around it.
Doesn't Battlefield look like that too? Isn't it?
No, like totally different. Like you're actually in space.
Okay.
With Final Destination.
I didn't notice. I guess I missed that. Looks cool.
Looks
Oh, yeah.
awesome. Like half
The ground was on fire.
Yeah, the ground was like molten like crust, like
rock, and
yeah.
it was really cool. It was super cool.
Yeah. So did you see? I'm assuming you saw the custom specials now. You can
Yes.
like change out. That's awesome.
But
Mario's
you can't
Fireballs.
do it.
You
You
can do it
can't do
online.
it. You can do it online, but only with
With-
friends. You can't
so-
do it
Which
in
is fine.
casual
Yeah,
Let's be
matches.
honest, that's all we're really gonna play.
I don't know.
I'm
It
not
might
gonna
be
play
fun
with
to play
random
with
people too
anyone's.
often. It would, but I'm not going to if I have you guys.
Especially because you can see their names and stuff now. It feels like you're actually compelled to possibly look them up if they're a good player or not.
Right.
I'd like to see the Miiverse integration into this. They didn't talk about anything like that. I don't think they have.
Nope.
So I guess the one thing we forgot to talk about when we were talking about stages is the bosses. That feature.
They're kind of
The
cool.
stages.
But then, let's talk about Yellow Devil, because I have something to say about Ridley.
Okay.
Yellow Devil looks
Okay.
fun. Like, I like his little, you team up to beat him, but then whoever gets the last hit gets a little bonus.
It's kind of like the WarioWare stage, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little less hectic, I suppose.
If you kill the Yellow Devil, does he go on for the rest of the battle then?
It's a good
Don't know.
question. Could be a timed thing.
I feel like he would be.
I like the concept, and as I told TM, and he confirmed, as long as it's able to be turned off.
Well, it is if you play Final Destination
That's
Mega
basically
Man
what it
version.
is.
Right. Which is, like I said, I was so like that
I
was
was
like
so
the happiest
happy.
announcement that I heard
Yeah,
because I feel like that is one of the biggest things that is missed out in the Smash series is you get some phenomenal music and cool theme stages, but then
but the
those
stages
those
suck.
stages suck and you never want to play them. Well,
Donkey
this
Kong
fixes that.
on Brawl.
Yeah. So this fixes that. So we're gonna be able to hear all those awesome Mega Man songs. Like if you don't want to be playing with the
Yep.
Yellow Devil and the platform and stuff like
and
that.
to be fair, though, none of the stages look totally bad so far. Like they look like I actually want to play them as is.
Right.
No,
The
some of
only
the
one that
moving
kinda looks
stages-
gimmicky. I wasn't a fan of the Wii Fit one.
Oh, I am. It looks fun.
Like the 3D Land one, I don't know. Like I'm not a big fan of like the moving
Well,
stages and stuff. Like
Right, I agree. I'm hoping that one has a Final Destination form on it.
right.
Any of the moving stages for sure need to have it. Other than that, I mean, some of them, like the Sonic stage, looked just
Sonic
fine
stage
as it
was
is.
cool.
I think there was a Final
Um,
Destination version of that though. I think
Yeah,
there's-
then that's
There
good.
is.
Galaxy looked good as it is. The Mario Karts, I don't know how you do that. I mean, you could do Final Destination on those ones, but... But...
Yeah.
So, let's see. That's stages
I gotta talk
we
about
talked
Ridley.
about. Yep, okay.
Alright.
Moving
So,
Ridley.
I even went back and looked at the trailer. So, Sakurai's obviously a troll, and one of the things we'll discuss a little bit later. The whole Samus thing.
All right.
So, he knows everybody, not everybody, a lot of people in Ridley. And they didn't exactly show him. They did hint at say other bosses will be present in stages. Yes, they showed Ridley, but if
They
you
showed
look
his shadow.
they
That's
showed
it.
his shadow exactly. So I feel like he's
I know where
teasing
you're going
us,
with this.
and he's trying to make us think that he isn't playable. But at the same time, I looked at his shadow, and this is just kind of my opinion. It looked like he was like playable, like, and he was just kind of hovering because his animation was very playable looking.
You know what I want to say? Okay, here's my 2 cents.
Oh boy.
Okay, I guess we can lead this. Where were we going next? Because I would say we could just lead this into assist trophies, just based on the
Yeah,
fact
that's literally...
because
that's
this
the
is where
next
I'm
thing.
going with this. Say it's Meta Ridley, right? Maybe it's Meta Ridley that's the boss of that stage,
Okay.
and regular Ridley is playable because when we move into assist trophies, one of the new assist trophies that was shown off was Dark Samus, right? So like,
I would probably reverse that order.
you think Meta Ridley would be playable?
Yes, because Meta Ridley has much better moveset
I
than
mean,
regular Ridley.
yeah, that
Has a better, higher potential for a moveset.
but
that's
I
what you're
think
saying.
Ridley's a little more iconic.
And also
than
the
Ridley.
but the regular Ridley is the boss of that actual stage in the game.
Oh, is he? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
regardless, it doesn't matter which way, but you could easily put both in. If you put Samus and Dark Samus in, and obviously Ridley, Meta Ridley, are the
And
same
it's
person,
not
but
like-
still,
Do you
like it
remember-
can be done.
Do you remember the Spirit Track stage? How if Toon Link is playing, the other guy takes over the train, and Toon Link's not in the background.
Right.
So
Same
that-
deal.
Yeah, same thing.
So
So
maybe
honestly,
you're onto something there.
I went back and looked at the thing, and I'm like, that Ridley's moving shadow looks very
Right. You pointed out to me.
conspicuous.
It's very stiff.
It's either he could be not finished, but
Right.
it looked
I get
kind of
that.
small too, and as if it was like a hovering animation.
Right.
So I don't know. I still
Like I
think
said,
Ridley has hope.
If there's one, I would rather have Meta Ridley over normal Ridley.
I just
Even
want a
though
fucking
regular,
Ridley.
since regular Ridley is more iconic, but his moveset is very lacking.
Well, we already
At least Meta Ridley has a good moveset that you could go
we
upon,
already got
so,
Charizard. Well,
Right.
we'll get to that
We'll
later.
get to that.
We'll get to that, guys. Assist trophies, Pong,
Yeah.
freaking Pong. Oh my god, I was laughing
Maybe that.
so much. I was like, yes, this should have happened like a while ago.
Yeah.
But yes, it's so good. Oh man.
All I have to say is Dark Samus looked beast. I was so happy.
What
when
did Dark
I saw that
Samus
one.
really do? Like some ice stuff? It looked like.
No, it shoots out phase on spikes out of the
Phazon?
ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was blue.
It deconfirmed her, or it deconfirmed some characters.
Deconfirmed Metroid Prime.
Yep.
Then the Pokemon, what they do with the Pokemon?
Excellent idea.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's a
excellent.
brilliant idea.
Where they split up the legendaries into Master Balls and then the normal Pokemon into normal
Because if you
Pokeballs.
see a Master Ball, you're gonna scramble for that over a fucking Pokeball.
Right.
Yep.
But I still hope some of the regular Pokemon are still pretty
Oh,
useful.
they're all gonna
Well,
make some cool teams.
Michelle asked me if Snorlax is in the game.
That's what I was
He
gonna
better
say.
be.
Yeah,
He better be.
Snorlax
He's
would be in a
iconic.
regular Pokeball, wouldn't be in a Master Ball. It's not a legendary. I know it's a one-time catch, but it's definitely not a legendary.
Right.
So,
I don't know what they did with Pokemon. That was good. The assist trophies look pretty good so
what
far.
were some of the
I mean,
other new ones? Midna? Was that announced before?
Midna was,
Midna was
yes.
one of them.
She was not announced before.
She wasn't announced before.
Skull Kid was.
Yeah, I know Skull Kid was, but Midna wasn't.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
solid assist trophies.
I like when they were talking about the assist trophies, like they had like Waluigi on the desk, like, yeah, he's not playable.
He's such a troll. He is such a troll.
All right, I'm actually watching the video as we're speaking here, so I'll be able to grab all this.
I know Ashley from WarioWare is an assist trophy. I remember that one.
Yep, she
They
was.
did bring back some of the other ones. I noticed.
Saki or
I'm
Waluigi.
just. They didn't show off Isaac, right? So
Right.
you never know, right? I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but Golden Sun is a Nintendo first-party thing. Could happen.
You know, they didn't show off Mr. Rossetti either.
Hey, you never know.
You never.
Never know.
Little Meg got the treatment.
Yeah, could happen. I think Isaac is definitely a good candidate. He'd easily have it easy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Easy to make moveset.
And-
So.
Are we done with the assist trophies? I want to move it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
I'm
we
looking
talked-
through. There's nothing.
And there was
really
new
spectacular.
Pokemon. There's some
Yeah,
new
there's
6th gen
new
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I don't really know anything about new 6th gen Pokemon. Is there anything you guys want to talk about there?
No,
Okay.
they just mixed in good types. That's all.
I saw Fennekin. I recognize that as the fox,
Yeah,
the fire starter. Shoot.
Mother Brain. Don't worry about Mother Brain as an assist trophy.
yeah.
That's a funny
that's
one to
right.
me.
So I was gonna say something. They changed a lot of the returning characters.
Wait. We got one other useless thing to get out of the way before we go to fighters.
Okay, what's
We
the
gotta
other?
get items.
Well,
We didn't talk about. We only talked about Pokeballs. We didn't talk about all the new
That's
little
right.
items that they added in.
so that fire stick, hilarious.
Yes.
The fire stick.
Yeah, you know how you have
The
the
rotating
spinning fire
fire
in old
in
Mario?
Mario.
You can actually get a physical block to hold and
pick it
swing
up.
at people.
Do you think we can get Chris in here for this, or no? Is that too late at this point?
Oh, we're
you
already
can jump
we're already
in.
recording.
Okay, you have to get Audacity up.
That's his thing. Let him fire it up and then just jump in. He's gonna have to roll and just let it.
Yeah, I'll
Crumble.
figure that out when we get there. Was a beam sword announced before?
Right, but it's new. Like it has a new look now,
Okay.
and it looks really cool. That giant club from Kid Icarus was cool. I like the X Bomb. That X Bomb looked really sweet.
Oh yeah,
for the new
that's in
Also,
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Elec Man.
Yeah. You like
Oh,
that.
oh man, how did I forget about that? Yeah, that was pretty hype.
Yeah.
Do you,
In fact,
I feel like that's to be the only assist trophy we'll see from Mega Man. Just because the other series only had one.
Well, Sonic only
in
had
Brawl.
Shadow and Brawl, and then
Right,
Snake
and
only had
Snake only had Gray Fox. Right, so I figured but that's a good one. I don't mind that. I feel like Dr. Wily might have been a little more cool. Unless
Not
he's
a good-
Maybe he's a
playable.
boss.
No.
Maybe he's a boss. Like maybe there's
Huh?
some sort of adventure mode. He'll be a boss. That'd be cool.
They weren't gonna have an adventure mode.
Not
I
like a
thought.
subspace, but there'll be some sort of adventure mode. Just kind of like
Right.
Melee.
Okay. Well, before we jump into fighters, let's wait. And see
Oh,
if
we
Chris
gotta talk
comes in
about
here.
the Smash Run thing.
Oh no! Whoa. That. Okay, yeah, we could talk about that now. Yeah, I'd agree. It
So,
kinda falls
did
I
off.
you
feel
ever-
like characters is like the thing.
Well, I wanted to
Yeah.
talk about just changes before we get to new people.
Well,
Right, and that's fine. That's why I said, well, let's put fighters at the end though, because let's
Okay.
be honest, that's what all we're
I
gonna
just
talk
don't want
about.
to forget something I want to say. That's all.
Right. But yeah, no, that Smash Run. Oh my God, I'm excited for it.
Did you ever play Kirby Air Ride City Trial, Odin?
I know what it is, and before he even brought it up, I'm like,
I
this
was
seems
like, this is
similar to
Kirby,
that.
yeah,
I was
yep.
like, then he brought it up, I'm like, yeah, that's what that is.
Basically,
That's
what it
pretty
is
cool.
is 4 players going around a giant map, beating up enemies and collecting things and goodies. You can even find each other and beat the crap out of each other. And you have 5-minute time where you have to get all these goodies to build yourself up, and then you go into a fight. And it might have some sort of modification to it too, or something. But you have to try to win with your stats. You can boost your defense, speed, jumping, offense, specials. It's really cool. Sounds
Oh, it's
sounds
fantastic.
addicting.
To me, it's the thing that will keep me after the Wii U version comes out. It'll be the thing that brings me back.
Do you think the Wii U version is gonna
Play.
have its own mode.
I think it'll have its, like you keep talking about adventure mode. I feel like this is the 3DS's call to that, where the 3DS has this mini game kind of style, where the Wii U will have like an actual adventure style of mode.
Right.
That's my 2 cents.
I'd agree with that probably. Where the 3DS will be more pick up to play, and the Wii U one will be more sit down to play. Yeah, go for it. So, but yeah, Smash Run. I'm excited for it.
I'm very excited for it. They sold me on the 3DS. I'm like, no, I really want this one.
Yeah, now I'm actually willing. Like I said, once the Wii U version comes out, that's gonna be the one reason I go back and play. Whatchamajigger?
3DS version.
Yeah.
So hey.
Hey, special guest, not really. You're actually part of the podcast. Shotz rocks.
Oh
Makes
wait,
it
we've
just
actually
in
already
time.
started. So
We are-
No, we are. That's why I
Oh,
told
no.
you to start recording, so I didn't want to cut anything out.
So real quick, anything about stages, assist trophies, items, or the new Smash
He's
Run?
not recording.
He is recording.
Yeah, I'm
Is he?
recording.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
just-
told him.
I'm
I
just
told him
gonna
to record
say
before he joined.
pretty much the only 3 things that I'd want to talk about would be the stages, old characters, new characters.
We're not
So
talking about characters yet.
Talk about stages, characters are last.
Stages. Wait, stages are last.
No,
No, you can talk about
characters are.
stages. We've talked about them, so go feel free.
Yeah. Okay. So for the stages, all right. So I thought that they had really badass. I thought the Spirit Track stage was pretty fucking cool. I thought I was kind of impartial to Gerudo Valley, the Gerudo Bridge, because it didn't really look like it was straight out of Ocarina of Time. It looks like they kind of amped it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're gonna change it up to make it more playable.
I would have actually, but I would have liked it if it was actually just straight out, like a straight out port, like straight out of Ocarina of Time 3D. Like I thought that would have been pretty cool, and you could see like the carpenters in the background and everything. I thought
It
that would have
might
been
as
really
well be.
cool. It's a bit different. It looks like the graphics
Yeah, it
got
does be
updated
nitpicky.
mostly. I think so too. But anyways, I like that stage. I'm kind of impartial to the boxing ring. I'm kind of impartial to Palutena's temple because it looked a lot like the Earthbound one from Brawl, just because it was really, really big.
I already told you this.
I think
but I'm
that's its idea.
It's supposed to replace Hyrule Temple.
But
I
it
don't think
looks
it's
different
going
because
to.
like, Newport City
It looks
was
more filled in.
Yeah, Newport City was just a bunch of freaking platforms.
I'll
It
give you
seems
that.
really vertical, kind of more like a Luigi's Mansion,
Yeah.
almost more than a Hyrule Temple. But I don't know. That's just me. Maybe.
It looks big.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. It's enormous.
It's
There's
the
gonna
big
be...
stage for sure.
Also, just a little side note: is anybody else kind of upset that they still only have four players? Like you'd think
Nope.
maybe 6.
Nope. Nope.
No,
I want
God,
4.
No,
I want
okay,
it
well,
balanced.
okay, listen, hear me out for a second, because, like, I understand, like, 4 for balance, but, like, why not 6 for, like, a party option
Too
or something?
much.
Yeah, it's
too
too much
much.
for me. Too much for me to handle, so I prefer the 4. It feels perfect for sitting
I
down
still
on the
think it
couch.
should be an option, at least.
Maybe 5.
Because they
maybe.
well 5, I guess would work more with the Wii U with the whole touchscreen and stuff. But
Well,
Yeah.
okay, no, but I wasn't necessarily getting to, like, local play. I was more so leaning towards, like, online, like, for, what was it? They had the different modes. It was for
The
Glory and
stages
for...
don't look built
Yeah.
for more than 4 players.
I mean, that's debatable. Lady Palutena's
That's
temple
one.
looked pretty
That's
big.
yeah, that's just one
Right,
though.
but
There's
I-
not
I-
too many.
I don't know. I have a hard time keeping track of when there's 4 people. If I added 2 more people in there, I just think
It's kind of like with Mario Kart
True.
Wii.
True, but here's the thing, though. Like, sometimes with these types of games, the chaos makes it more fun.
I honestly
So,
think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think
See,
4 is
what
a
I
great
think if-
number.
I think 4 is a great number too, but I think something that they maybe in the future they could have a tag team where you could have 4-on-4 groups of 2s
yeah,
and
that's
you
kind
can
of what I'm
tag in
getting
back
at.
and
Like,
forth.
that's,
But no, but still do 4-on-4 or 4 free for all. But you can have like a tag in system. So you
Oh,
can
so
switch
if you
between
get
person.
knocked out, then like your
So
other
Street Fighter
teammate
Cross
Right.
goes
Tekken.
in.
Kind of, but each person controls a character. But let's say you're in the middle of fighting and you're getting your butt handed to you, you can switch it over. I don't know. I've never played
In Cross Tekken
Street
though,
Fighter.
if you lose a character, that's it though.
Yeah.
You have to tag in. Whereas this is if you lost the stock, I would say your other
Yeah,
buddy gets
you
tagged
don't
in.
even have to do it then. I think you should be able to switch it have a charge time to it, so it's not like instantaneous.
so would you guys
can
share a
switch it.
battle counter or a damage counter then, or
Huh?
would you share a
I don't
damage
know.
counter?
I'd say you have to knock out each person individually.
But if you would you be able to switch in the middle of a match or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're in the middle of fighting, but it takes a charge time. You have to have a charge time. It can't just be instantaneous. You have to have like a 2 or 3 second delay.
It'd be kind of similar, like to Marvel vs. Capcom, where if you tag yourself in manually, you kind of have like a delay where if someone hits
Right.
you, you're kind of screwed at that point.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
So I'd say it's something like that. But what'd you think, by the way, Chris, of the whole most stages have a final destination setting?
I thought that was actually probably the best thing I had heard all day.
Yeah, like
It's
I
the
honestly
smartest
like
thing they did.
That got me
that's probably
hooked.
that was my favorite announcement, honestly. Even all the characters and stuff, that was my favorite announcement.
I think my
Because-
favorite announcement was the fact that they actually gave Zero. Oh, well, okay, never mind. You're not there yet.
Well,
Yeah, just
he didn't
keep
say
going.
too much, so it's good.
I mentioned somebody earlier, so it's okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Anyway.
can we move on?
we can just move on to characters, I guess. That's what
Well,
we're
hold
moving
on,
to,
hold on.
right?
I got a few more things to say about the stages. I don't know. That Galaxy stage looked pretty interesting because it looks like the gravity's gonna carry all the way through.
It is.
Like I don't.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
So you can like run the entire like I don't know what
Not the
map
circle,
or what
but like
globe.
the half
yeah.
circle, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I
could
thought-
just
I thought
see him
even the
being
full
dicks and
circle-
flipping the gravity on you.
Yeah, no, I thought even the full circle. I thought you
fall.
could
You just fall off and die.
like I thought maybe you'd be able to just run around the entire map, and the only time you'd actually like get taken away is if you had the knockback or whatever, and then it
Knockout.
yeah if you
I think it's just half. I think it seems to be half, but from what they've shown through pictures and that, it does have a gravity effect where like
Yeah.
like projectiles will curve appropriately and stuff
Right.
based on how you are. So
and the Skyward Sword map kind of looked lame
what about
because
the Skyward Sword remix?
Oh my god.
oh for sure oh for sure hold on though so like I felt like okay now don't tell me I'm right and don't tell me I'm wrong
I'm
but I feel
cocking my
like
gun.
I think they took a few notes out of the book of the Project M
Oh, they
team.
totally
Oh
did.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
easy. But that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. By no means is that a bad
They
thing.
know what
By
we
no
want.
means. And like, I'm absolutely like one of the things that absolutely was like, okay, Project M, and this actually has to do with new characters, so I can't.
Well, I want to talk about returning characters before we get to any newbies.
Yeah. So
I gotta okay,
Like
before we move on to
changes.
the characters, I gotta say the changes to the game definitely feel like they're catering to both casual and the
I said,
hardcore
the-
tournament.
I said the same
Did you
thing
say
to
this?
TM.
Okay.
I said this to TM exactly. I said
Okay.
I love that they somehow found a way to marriage
Yeah.
like new casual things to get more people to play.
They
So,
are
for instance,
acknowledging
adding a
this.
3DS. But then they also added a lot of like small details for the hardcore that we've all been begging for.
Right. The Final Destination and the
Oh.
online thing was it. Like right there.
It was like the Final Destination announcement. You understand us.
I was still kind of confused with the online because it seems like they're still kind of confused about what we actually want. Like, I don't want to play a timed match when I'm playing online. I want to play like 3 stocks, maybe, if that. If I'm playing
Chris,
like a ranked match,
Chris,
Friends, you
What?
can do anything.
Chris. Yeah, with friends.
Yeah, no. But if I'm playing like a
rank
ranked
should be
match-
timed.
No.
Rank should be timed.
why time though?
That's how,
No,
because all fighting games, when ranked online,
They-
have a timer.
This is true, but when competitive Smash is a thing, there is a time limit. It's like 8 minutes, and it's
Right.
stock. It's like 3 or 4
That's what I'm
stock.
saying. Okay,
it
if it's
should
like-
have both. It should definitely have
We
both.
don't know if
so.
there will be, though.
Right, that's true. We don't know.
I
Did
mean,
they even- I don't think
based
they
off
mentioned
of
that, did they?
No, based off of the screenshots, though, it does not look promising because I saw a timer and I
based
did
on
not see any
screenshots, they're
stocks.
still using Diddy
I-
Kong's raw photo.
I did not see any stocks, so I'm just saying.
That maybe we haven't seen everything about the online yet, but maybe there's a choice to choose between timed and stock matches, which it would make the most amount
I
of
was
sense.
kind of hoping they'd add like a new game feature, like a Capture the Hill or like a King of the Hill type game, where you have to like fight in a specific like zone and keep that zone
Maybe
for a little.
there
Like it would
will
make
be.
that would be a cool thing for Smash Brothers. Like think about that. You have to like take over.
Maybe there will be.
I don't know. So you didn't like Smash Run?
No, well, yeah, I liked that. That seemed.
That's like a whole new mode right there.
No, but I meant like a capture, like a King of the Hill type thing. Like they actually have like game modes that like people would, or like a capture the flag type thing where you take the flag.
Characters.
Yeah, we should probably stop speculating on what they could do and actually talk about what actually we know
what
about.
I'm gonna say.
All right, let's go on to returning characters. Right, we're
I
gonna
wanna
go
talk about
returning
character
characters.
changes.
Okay, so I might as well go off of the little tangent that I was
Okay.
going to say.
No,
No, let
TM's
TM,
got something
or he's gonna
he's gotta
flip.
say he's
gonna
forget.
flip.
He's gonna forget.
All right,
Okay.
TM.
They're changing a lot of characters. A lot of characters have new final smashes. Kirby has that big fucking sword, like I told you, not even like a week ago.
Yeah.
And then, what I wanted to say is Pit's really changed, and his new final smash is absent of Palutena. Coincidence?
Right. And it also fits more Uprising. Pit definitely is the Uprising Pit. He has so many changes that make much more sense.
Right.
So I really like that.
Palutena
Especially his recovery. His recovery makes way more sense.
Freaking Sakura is hinting at Palutena hard, though.
I hope he doesn't bring in Palutena.
I hope he
Do
doesn't.
you think, based on the whole trophy, because they showed
Yeah.
pseudo Palutena
Yup.
instead of Palutena?
Bring back Snake.
You know what, TM, I would put money on it that Palutena.
She's
will
gonna
in.
be playable.
Probably as a secret character. I bet they
Yeah,
won't announce
secret.
her until the game
For
comes
sure.
out. She'll be a secret
For
character.
sure, yep.
Yeah.
Then they also changed, like, Zelda and Sheik. Okay, Sheik's playable. Get that out. She's
Yeah.
back. But the transformations are gone.
Yeah, they're individual characters, similar to what Chris was about to say.
Go ahead, Chris. Zero Suit Samus. Go for it.
Yeah, fucking. I really like the fact that they pretty much.
Separated
Gave-
them.
Yeah.
God, goddamn! Not only is she hot, she looks freaking good to play as
Yeah.
too. Oh my god, I am excited.
She's also more powerful.
Yep.
She got heels or something, boots.
They also brought back Yoshi. Fuck yes. He's changed
And he's like
a lot.
standing. He's like Bowser.
He's like Bowser-fied.
Everybody's like standing up now. Like, what? Let's go. Let's go.
And did you see some of the Yoshi attacks? He's so like his attacks are totally different now in terms of
They
like
look kind of the
standard.
same.
In terms of standard moves,
Oh,
like he actually like kicks and shit.
Well, it's kind of like what I was telling you before, Tim. What I really like about this Smash, and this goes for all characters going forward, it's like Sakurai took a step back and said, yes, each one of these characters has their own unique stuff, and it's really cool to do that kind of stuff. But some of it's not fun to play as in a fighter. So we're going to take every character, take a step back, and we're going to make them actual fighters.
right.
And actually make it balanced, but still add a little bit of charm from that character. And I'm loving it, because it's feeling like an actual fighter, but it's also feeling like a party fighter at the exact same time. So
The thing with me and Smash, or most fighters, is like, I feel like I have to like the character in order to actually feel a desire to learn how to play them. But I feel like I could probably, in this game, just kind of experiment with everyone and actually try to find somebody I'd like to play
Odin
as.
could play as Sonic.
Right, and maybe he'll be good this time.
He actually, his changes. He looks like a beast now. Do you see that
Yeah.
combo at the
That-
end?
Yeah, his down A is like a meteor smash now. I don't think it was before.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But like he just seems a little bit more powerful. There was another person who was changed specifically. Kirby has that new side B. It can
Yeah,
chargeable.
it's reminiscent of the his hammer move in in every Kirby game where it's like really powerful, but they made it so that you charge it up.
And
each time,
DDD
so,
just throws Gordos now, not Wumpies.
yeah, and they're probably weaker and probably harder to use, but I mean, see, look, stuff like that. There's no randomness to it. It's a definitive thing.
Mhm.
That is a thing that should be in a fighter.
Yep.
So,
Right.
like, who knows with Peach? Maybe we won't see random turnips anymore. I don't know. I don't know if
She
they really
has a
touched
couple
on
new
that.
moves herself. I
Like
don't.
that rainbow one.
There's that rainbow one. Her up standard attack is weird. I don't know. I just noticed a few differences. Luigi has a flutter jump.
Yeah. Hey, he's the originator of the flutter jump.
I know I said this earlier, but I don't know if anyone of you caught it. But me and Blue were rewatching the Little Mac, or just the whole thing, and during the Little Mac portion. By the way, Little Mac looks broken as shit.
Yes,
We
but
keep saying that, but him in the air, we have to
Try
see.
now.
yeah, we'll have to see
He's
how
also very
aerial
light.
of a game it is.
He's very light too.
He is kind of looking to be like the new Ike, though.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, but this is like Ike on steroids because he
And-
can move fast.
Right. So we'll have to see, right?
But he can't jump really and stuff. So, anyway, during the Little Mac portion, I was looking at the character icons on the bottom, and they were using Diddy Kong's Brawl photo.
Okay.
That's what just somebody noticed. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, like why is this?
Why are they using Diddy Kong's Brawl photo instead of the new one?
And I just said it's probably because they haven't finalized the final art.
Yeah.
Or-
That's you did mention that, right? Not everything's
Yeah.
final. Who knows? The footage we're seeing right now might not even be close to what's actually they're at.
LOL Sonic 06. Sorry.
I don't get it.
They showed a lot of shit that was supposed to be like this, and it was terrible.
Oh. Alright.
Better not be that way. I'll be pretty pissed.
Another returning fighter
Yes.
is
It's a new one in himself, too.
he's broken free from his master.
He's been released, as you said.
Yeah, he's been released. You know what it reminded me of instantly? Twitch plays Pokemon when they release their Charmeleon. Now
He's on his own.
Charizard. Yeah, he's on his own. Charizard is back on his own now, and the trailer for him was really
Oh
hype.
my god.
Like the clash between Mario and Charizard was pretty awesome.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say anything
Yeah,
about
what
that.
is this? Okay, we're cutting into this. We're going to separate Brawl for a second. What do you mean you don't watch the last 5 minutes of these videos? Are you a moron?
Why
That's
didn't
when
you
all
watch
the
the end?
surprises come. That's when all
You
the
missed the
surprises
I
come.
never watched the
Always
last
at
5
end.
minutes of any video, though, so that's
You're
my
an
bad.
idiot.
I think this is the video. Do you know who the new character is? I'm not. Don't say who they are, but do you know who they are?
Yeah, now I know who they are. I checked the
Okay,
Smash Brothers
okay.
site out.
I just want to say,
Um,
would you watch Nintendo's press conference and stop 5 minutes before it's over? Come
If
on.
all I was listening to was music and I was doing other things, yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I
crazy.
do.
Well, you're cray
You
cray.
are crazy. You missed a
You
sick ass
crazy.
trailer.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool trailer.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
if it
no,
was just like obviously it was to announce the other character we'll get to, but like the Charizard part
Oh
was
my
really
god.
cool
When
on
he
his
like
own.
went at Mario and they both had fire in their freaking
Yes,
hands.
yes.
Oh my god. I was like,
It's like what other universe can you have Mario go against Charizard?
I wanted to
Yeah.
picture and frame that so bad. Oh my god.
Charizard. I didn't really notice though. I don't think they really showed off Charizard. From what pictures I've seen, he looks pretty like he's Charizard.
Yep, he's.
We'll have to see what change he gets, obviously, because his
He gets
down B
down
won't
B now.
be changed.
I am
so.
not upset that Squirtle and Ivysaur are gone.
No.
I'm not in the slightest, really. Because if you.
No, that was who they replaced him with.
Yeah, if you use Pokemon Trainer, who do you really think about when you think Pokemon Trainer? I don't think of Squirtle and Ivysaur. I'm like, oh yeah, Charizard.
I definitely don't think of Ivysaur either.
I use Squirtle. I didn't mind
Yep,
Squirtle.
that's the only one I said that was, but I like who Squirtle got replaced with, so.
Alright.
I'm assuming. Okay, before we talk to them, like I don't know anything about Pokemon Gen 6. This is, I'm assuming, a final evolution of one of the starters.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so is it safe to assume that we might get a grass variant from
Now,
another
Tim
game?
and I talked about this, but that kind of worries me because we're already at
4 Pokemon.
4 Pokemon, and if you had Jigglypuff in, that's
I don't
5?
think. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna bring. If the way it's looking, probably not gonna bring back like Jigglypuff.
If-
Probably would have been
If
one of
they
the first
were
ones
to
announced.
bring back a grass Pokemon, probably Skeptile? Is that a safe assumption?
I don't
That'd be
know.
the only fighter type of what they've shown.
And,
Yeah.
and
Unless you want a
Chris,
slow-ass turtle moving
Chris,
across the field.
Jigglypuff's gonna be back. There's a new fairy type. They can do wonders with that.
And Jigglypuff's been in since the original game, and is like one of the most popular Pokemon in Japan. So
I'm just gonna
it's
say
not
that I
going
hope.
anywhere.
I hope not. I mean, I'm not gonna be
Fuck you.
surprised
I hope
if it
she's back.
happens.
Fuck you.
Like I said,
It's-
I'm not gonna
Jigglypuff's
be
going
surprised.
back. It hasn't been announced, but okay.
Again,
Just-
I'm
just-
not
just
gonna
say-
be
just say
surprised,
this,
but
just to
I'm
say-
gonna hope not.
Captain Falcon wasn't announced for Brawl until it came out, and he was a secret character, and now everyone's like worried, like, whoa, Captain Falcon might not be in it. No, it's gonna be the same thing. He's probably gonna be a secret character again, because that's just how he
He's
always...
gonna keep the original 12.
Although-
Always.
Although Melee had Ness and Captain Falcon playable from the beginning, I can guarantee that Captain Falcon will probably just be another secret character to get.
A very easy to
and
get
will
character.
definitely be, and very easy to get, and will definitely be in it again. So.
Okay, since we already hinted at it, it's Greninja. We
Oh,
never
yeah.
really said that.
Yeah. He's my
Sorry.
favorite of Gen
He looks
6, and he
badass.
fits so well in
I
this
thought it was
universe.
like an ice type, but I guess it was water.
He's water.
It's water dark.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know who this is, but I'm guessing it's a Pokemon.
I don't know who this is, but it looks cool.
It looks pretty cool.
It's funny, TM and I had a dang near same reaction when we saw like the
I was
charge
like,
happen.
you two?
You too?
I was like, who's that in the background? I'm like, it's cool Charizard's there. I wonder what that in the cave is.
Yeah.
Who's in the cave?
And it's funny, I was actually able to guess it was Greninja once I started the Shuriken appear, and I was like, wait, what? Is this a different character? Wait a minute. Water Shuriken. Oh.
Is that a move it has?
Yeah, that's its move.
Oh, okay.
That's its single move. So that's when I looked at it and went, oh. Ding, light bulb.
It's such an interesting choice because no one expected it.
Right.
Like, I didn't
Like
hear
Wii Fit
one
Trainer.
person. Yeah, like, okay, I think even Wii Fit Trainer was discussed among as a joke. But, like Greninja was never even discussed as anything.
Possibility.
Yeah.
Like everyone thought probably Pokemon Trainer would come
like
back.
Mewtwo or something. Like, Mewtwo's gonna be
Oh,
back.
okay, yeah, I thought Mewtwo would be back for sure. I got a little bit skeptic when they announced Lucario,
You got a
but then I
little
was
bit,
still like,
you got a little bit skeptile. Sorry.
I think
Charizard,
based on the,
Charizard's having a Mega Evolution. Bam,
Oh,
calling it.
baby. It's
Wait,
already in.
you're behind. You slowpoke.
Yeah,
They
it
already
was
showed it in
already
the
in the
trailer.
trailer.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that. My bad. I didn't see the trailer.
wait, I forgot that because I was just about to say, well, Lucario has a Mega Evolution, so maybe they won't bring Mewtwo in because he has one. But I guess if Charizard has one, that's not like a.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it could still happen.
Pikachu for
I'm
Mega
not
Evolution in Gen
holding.
7.
I'm not crossing my fingers for it or holding my breath. That's the saying.
I wonder
how
Holding
the-
my breath.
How do the Mega Evolutions work?
It's Final Smash.
No, because Lucario can fight with it.
It might only be limited time.
No, his aura. Well, maybe. His aura's maxed out during that though.
It's gotta be a Final Smash.
I think it just might be if you like get to a certain percentage, or if you're alive for a certain amount of time.
Random
yeah, once-
shout out because I got a Skype notification about it. Happy birthday, Game Guy 3424. We don't talk
Random.
anymore, but happy birthday!
'Cause
Anyway,
he's watching.
listening.
They mentioned that his aura would be max, so it's possible that once his damage counter gets up to whatever the max is, he's mega evolved. I guess that's possible.
Right.
He won't be. I don't think he'll Mega Evolve just from having damage done to him. I think he'll just have his max aura. I think he'll have like an actual thing for like Mega Evolve.
Maybe he'll have a hidden experience meter, kind of like how Little Mac has a visible power meter.
Visible.
Which I
It was
honestly,
invisible.
huh?
I didn't think it was invisible.
No, I
He
said
said
visible.
visible.
Oh,
Visible.
visible.
Yeah.
Visible.
But I know we're kind of talking about Greninja, but I guess because I mentioned that. I honestly thought the power meter was going to work how it does in Punch-Out, where you have to hit and not be hit, whereas this, it's you can be hit. Being hit does bring it up as well as hitting guys, so...
It should just work. It should be like 4 or 5 punches in a row without being hit or
Because
something like that.
it just sounds like...
Broken.
So
Just
it
sounds
does,
broken.
because, like,
Sounds
do you
so
get to
broken.
keep the charge if you die, or... Because if
I
you
don't
don't,
think you keep the charge
you
if you
better
die.
lose it if you die.
because...
You better lose it.
Because then,
You
because
get-
then it might be actually difficult to get. I would say it's probably hard to get it up if that's the case, and maybe not as big of a threat as we're making it out to be. Maybe you got to be like 150, 200% before you even, because like a combination between you doing well and being hit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's got to be when you like really need it. I don't think they give it to you right off the bat.
because it might not be that big of a deal because I guess the one thing I was thinking of is like if someone's a high percent, you'll probably just try to knock them out normally, and then when they respawn, you'll go for the killing blow, and they're at 0%.
To be honest, Mac doesn't even look like he needs that final blow though. Like he looks like a heavy hitter, like Snake.
Yeah, they were saying even his recovery move, even though it's not very good, it hits hard.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna probably end up maining Mac. If they don't
Because
bring...
he's good.
No,
he's
well, if
the-
they don't bring back
Mac-
Snake, if they don't bring
Mac
back
tier.
Snake, he's
Little
Mac tier. Man, I don't know. I like the speed and the heavy hits. That's what I'd be working on. I like the heavy hits and the speed, so that's kind of like my game style. Like Snake is a heavy character, but he's really fast for a heavy character.
I really love Mac's side smash.
Yeah.
Or not side smash, side special.
I like it's just.
That's
I like
so
it's
cool.
special. He
I just
charges
want
up
to
a punch.
say, Sakurai is a horny motherfucker.
Why?
I'm sending you a photo real quick. You can throw this in the videos of the thing if you want, but like,
Okay. Okay.
look at this. What? Come on. What does it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, he's so Japanese.
Like, even look at DD Luigi, you're like, must not look, must not look, must not look.
It's pretty funny.
That Samus model, that Zero Suit Samus model,
Mm.
sure is something. Sure is something. Ugh.
Let's just hope that they bring it back for Metroid.
I will. I think I can safely say this direct was well, or at the wait, I guess, was like it met expectations, I guess.
I liked it because it was like, look, we know you want to hear about the latest reveal of a new character, but we're gonna tell you all this other cool stuff we've been doing too.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely, there was like not a thing I like didn't enjoy about it, to be honest. I like really liked hearing about everything.
I mean, probably could have done without the differences between versions because we kind of already knew about that.
Some of
Kinda.
Also, the 3DS stages and the Wii U stages, because we kind of already knew also that the 3DS were going to have exclusive ones and the Wii U ones were going to have exclusive.
But
I always
we
they
didn't
kinda, like,
know-
combine those in two.
To be honest, we didn't know how many though. It really seems like Battlefield and Final Destination might be the only shared stages between them. It really seems like each system has its own stages.
That'd be really well. It would make sense too, though, because how are you going to get a HD rendered background onto the 3DS? It's not going to happen. So it's going to
You
need
could
its
definitely
own.
port something down. That could easily be done, but
But it would take more work than just probably
Eh,
creating a new thing.
wrong.
No, you don't think so?
It really doesn't take that much
porting
time.
is easy to do. Why do you think all those HD remakes come out? I am curious though. I'm still hoping that each series is represented on each platform, so I'm hoping for stages on like 3DS and Wii U, vice versa, that we might not have seen. Like there was no Mega Man stage announced for 3DS, so I'm hoping there's something
Nor Sonic.
like a Game Boy or DS or something stage there.
Speaking of Mega Man,
Yeah. Okay,
can we
you
talk
say
about
it.
his
Say
Final
it.
Smash?
Say
I've
it.
been
Yeah.
sitting here.
Oh,
I've been
man.
sitting here waiting and been letting you guys talk. 'cause
Oh,
we went through
all his
characters.
phones come in and just
So,
shoot.
What
I'm
a
just gonna
tease.
say,
That's what a tease that
this
is.
fucking Final Smash, hands down, my favorite Final Smash ever announced.
so far.
And it's the moment when I saw it, I went, why does Nintendo do Mega Man better than Capcom? Why? Why?
Explain
why?
what it is. Explain. No.
So,
let's
okay.
Okay, so what it is it's every single Mega Man design.
So there's Mega Man.
Ever created.
It's like Mega Man X.
Except for
Mega
Fat
Classic.
Mega Man. Except for Fat Mega Man.
No Fat Mega Man, that's a joke character.
So there's Mega Man X. There's the
Mega Man Legends, you got Mega Man
Battle Network and
Battle
Star
Network.
Force.
Star.
and then Star Network. And just they all line up, charge their beam, and fire.
It does make me wish Mega Man X was in the game.
Yep, exactly.
It's in the game though.
I know, but like there,
He'll have
Like, and what if he was playable though?
right?
I mean, if I could play Mega Man
I would
X,
rather
I'd
play
be,
Mega Man X than Mega Man. Let's be
He'd
honest.
be very
here.
similar to Samus, I think.
Mega Man X?
Oh no, Mega Man X would be so much
No,
faster.
Mega Man X would, because you could mix them up with some of the Zero things. Because
I'm
doesn't he
glad
get like
they
Zero Saber and stuff?
Sorry?
I'm glad
Doesn't-
they stuck
doesn't
with
X-
classic. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, he does get Zero Saber. Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
so you
can
can
easily,
throw that in it as that would
easily
be,
be
cool.
implemented easily.
Oh my god, you could have like a dash with it? No! No! You could dash!
This-
Let it
this
go.
is-
Let it go. Let it go.
This is
okay,
what-
what's
let-
your
Nintendo's not. It's more famous for classic Mega Man over X.
Right.
Right.
So
That's true.
I mean, there are
like
10
like
Mega
Sakurai,
Mans.
I watched back the developer direct like a day ago or whatever, and he was like, if I'm gonna have any Mega Man in my game, I want the one that everybody knows. And let's be honest, like it is the one everyone knows. As much as I love X, I've gone record saying this, I love X way more in the classic series,
Yep.
but I can't deny how amazing the classic series is still. So
yep.
I mean, they made it got 10 games out of it. X only got like
so
what,
whose
like
Final
6.
Smashes have we
8.
seen? We've seen Kirby's. We've seen Pit's. We've seen Samus. We've seen Little Mac. We've seen all the new characters.
Well, my
We've
assumption
seen
is
Mario's.
that
We've
most
seen
of them are the
Mario's.
same.
We've seen
No, we haven't.
Mario's.
What was Mario's?
I thought it was the same, the big fireball thing.
No, it hasn't been shown.
No, that was a custom move thing.
No,
They showed
not
off.
that. No, not that thing. Not that thing. I thought we saw it way earlier. No.
We haven't, honestly. The Wii Fit trainer seems to be similar to that, but better.
Villagers,
You know what I mean?
here's my house. You're dead.
Yeah, traps you in a house.
You know
It's
why I
kinda-
didn't like?
Reminds me of like Captain Falcon's kind of,
Mhm.
where you like need to be beside someone and it does something.
You know why I didn't like the Super Smashes or the Smashes, the final Smashes in Brawl? A lot of them just seemed like no. It gets even better because a lot of them, even though they also didn't make sense because how the fuck does Mario do this?
Why
But
does
it all
Luigi
seems
have
like
a
they just
negative
turned
soul?
into. They just a lot. Let me finish.
No, you never
A
let
lot
me
of them-
finish. Nope.
A lot of them just turned into like Goku and get like the super powerful charged beam like Mario,
There's only a
Lucario.
couple of them.
Never gonna say I love that. So guess what? I don't care what you say.
Also, we've
Fuck
Dragon
that.
Ball Z can invade anything, and I will.
Guys,
Not-
why wasn't Goku announced? Jeez, I'm waiting all at the
He'll
red.
be in the next direct.
Okay.
What would you do? Damn, what if Dragon Ball? What if Goku was announced for Super Smash? What would
We're
you
gonna
do?
pull
Oh!
in Tokyo.
I guess I can also mention this one now. The reason I think that they're getting notes from Project M, wireframe Mac.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's pretty cool homage. I never played the Punch Out arcade, but that is pretty cool.
But I mean, like they're adding different costumes for like different characters as opposed to just. Like,
I mean,
different
they
colors.
did technically do that with Wario, but that's
We
the only
did-
one.
Only
we did.
one.
Oh, that's right. We Fit trainers have alternate versions. Hopefully, they all have alternate. They should. There's no reason they couldn't.
Like Mario
Dr.
should have Dr. Mario,
should be a
Luigi,
thing.
Mr. L. Right? Is that his name, Mr. L?
Peach and Daisy.
No, they can make Dr.
Does Daisy
Luigi
count?
now.
No.
They've set themselves out for Dr. Luigi. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
Two doctors in the house.
Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if it's just a costume,
I
you
mean,
can have more
didn't
than
they
one.
do it with Link and Pit, kinda, in Brawl, with the Dark Link and stuff?
They're kind of different.
No, that one actually is the Dark Link.
It is.
Yeah.
He has the
really is a
eyes.
different
He has the eyes and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's all black and everything.
They also, like, they didn't show it in footage-wise, but Luigi's new Final Smash is right down, which you notice on
This is the Poltergeist.
Yeah. Which makes a
They
lot
didn't
more
really show
sense.
how it
than
works.
fucking negative
Also,
soul.
I think this direct pretty much denied my thought that there might be multiple Final Smashes because they didn't touch on the fact that Kirby, like, is using Cookie anymore. He's using Ultra Sword. I'm guessing that's it. Like, there's just one Final Smash.
Did
still,
anyone
so.
notice Luigi and his flutter jump?
Yeah,
Yeah, we mentioned that.
No, I didn't know. I
think
didn't
we did.
know.
Maybe we weren't there. I don't know.
Okay.
that was Smash Bros. Yeah.
Alright, we should probably
Alright.
wrap it up because it's almost
So
as long as the
here's-
podcast.
Yeah, here's the final wrap up. Okay, we're gonna go around. Are you gonna buy the 3DS version?
Yes.
Are you gonna buy the Wii U version?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. I was already.
Yes
even
and
if,
yes.
Even if these directs were shit, I was still gonna go for both of them.
I'll be honest.
Okay,
I
I guess
wasn't going to buy the 3DS one at first, but now I am because
I was in the same boat as Odin,
Odin.
and then they decided to split the two, and I went
Odin.
sold.
and because they all have the same characters. So if I don't get the 3DS one, I'm gonna be spoiled by all the secret characters are anyway. So I gotta get it.
Odin, you have to sacrifice Mario Kart 8 then.
Why?
Because you can only get 2 games this year.
To be fair,
They're the same
different.
game.
They're
Same
different.
it's
game.
not coming out till
Same
winter.
game.
It's not coming out till winter, which it probably will be December. It will
It better
be
not.
that.
I'm saying it better be
It's-
early November.
It's gonna be
Because
December.
if they want really good sales, and this is a game to get really good sales, and I'm telling you, Nintendo's gonna push for really good sales because they're not doing well. It'll come out early November before Black Friday,
It'll-
so they can capitalize on
All right,
sales.
we'll see. We'll see. Anyway,
Let's just
Sakurai's
up.
on
This
that
has been
push,
fun.
man. This looks like probably. I think this might look like the best Smash Bros. Since Melee.
Yep.
it's looking to be that way. Easy. It's not.
good
even
solid
looking-
roster, good solid stages, good solid modes. I'm happy.
Okay, cool.
I kind of hope they add a bit more modes, and I kind of hope they go back to the. I hope they add an adventure mode, and I hope they go to the classic
too.
way of getting trophies, where there was
We're
like
gonna
a.
We
Coin
still got
put the-
E3 to go, guys.
Yep.
Like,
We
we're
could-
gonna
wrap this
we're
up.
gonna see some announcements still.
Whoa,
Alright, let's
whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 I wanted to say I hope they bring back the random slot machine from
I hope
Melee
you
as well. I
die
didn't
too.
like the
I've been
board.
Team Sonic.
Shut up. The slot machine from Melee where you like put in coins and get the
that
trophy.
thing's
not
nothing.
coming
I like
back.
that. That's
Okay,
gay, but
let's
I
end
like
this,
that.
guys,
Whatever.
For real.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I gotta be up at 5.
Say who you guys are.
I already said. I'm me.
I'm Blue Blazing Demon.
I'm
I'm
OpenSpec33.
I'm Shotz Rocks.
Okay.
Oh.
Your dick.
Ah! Hooked up.
Alright,
Yep.
till next time,
Whatever.
mini bottoms up.